Hello everyone, welcome back to another math tutorial. Today's math tutorial is going to be on exponents, which are a special type of multiplication. It's time to define what is an exponent. Well, an exponent is a special way to show x times itself, or any number times itself, n times. It's written in the form of x to the n, where x to the n equals x times x times x times x times x n times. So if we took 8 to the third, for example, that's 512 by the way, then we would get 8 times 8 times 8. We're going to try finding exponents. As we saw, x to the n equals x times x times x, or x times itself n times. So how would we find exponents like 10 to the third, 7 to the fourth, 8 to the second, or 3 to the 10th? Well, to find 10 to the third, we would multiply 10 times 10 times 10, 10 3 times. To find 7 to the fourth, we would multiply 7 4 times. 8 to the second, or 8 squared, would be 8 times 8. And 3 to the 10th would be 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So if we did 10 times 10 times 10, we would get 1,000. Or another cool trick with 10 exponents is you would have a 1, and then the number it's being powered by, that's how many zeros you put. So 10 to the third would be 3 zeros, which is 1,000. 7 to the fourth, we would have 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. 7 times 7 is 49, times 7 is 343, times 7 is 1. Correct me if I'm wrong, but 7 to the fourth is 2,401. 8 times 8 is 64. And 3 to the 10th, bear with me, this is going to take a little bit of time, is 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81, times 3 is 243, and then I am going to do the rest of this off screen. Alright, so as you could see, I did 3 to the 10th, and it was quite a bit of work. But I got 59,049, which I looked up and was correct. So all of these answers are correct, and now you get the gist of finding exponents. It's a number times itself as many times as the power, which is the tiny number up here, says. Exponential form. Exponential form is a way to shorten long multiplication sentences, if you say, and make them, well, shorter and easier to interpret and understand. They're often used in prime factorization, which will be our next video. As you can see here, we have a standard 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. This is 9 terms. That's a lot of terms for us to handle. So we can group these into exponents and make it only 3 terms. The 2 2's become 2 squared, the 3 3's become 3 cubed, and the 4 4's become 4 to the 4. And that's how exponential form works. Now, a neat trick I found with doing exponents is that 2 ninths equals 8 thirds, or 2 ninths equals 8 cubed, sorry, and 3 to the 6th equals 9 to the third. So this is saying that x equals x squared to the squared. x4 equals x squared to the square. Which actually makes sense because x squared to the square, if we follow the rules of multiplying exponents, we would just get x 2 plus 2, and that would be x to the 4th. So any numbers related to each other, like this one is x to the 9th equals x, oh sorry, not 2 plus 2, 2 times 2, equals x3 to the 3rd, because x9 equals x cubed times cube, which equals x to the 9th. Before I end this video, I would like to explain some rules. Rules with multiplication, rules with powers, and rules with Now, before I end this video, I would like to explain some exponent rules. The rule of exponent products, the rule of the power rule, and the rule of quotients. So, multiplication rule is xy times xz, where x is the same number, is xy plus z. For example, if you took x3 times x5, it would be x8. Because you have 3 x's, and then you add 5 x's, now you have 8 x's. And now, xy to the z equals x to the y to the z equals x y times z. This is because if I have a group of, say, again, 3, x to the 3rd to the 5th, x to the 3rd, x times 3 times 5 equals x 15th, x to the 15th. Or I could actually I'll use different numbers where they're both 4, and then this is x to the 16th. Because if I have 4 x's, and then I have 4 groups of those x's, that would be 16 x's altogether. And now the final rule, x to the y divided by x to the z equals x y to the y minus z. If I have, say, x to the 8th minus x to the 5th, then I would have x to the 3rd, because if I have 8 x's and I take away 5, then I have 3 x's left. Well, that's all, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video, either learned something, reviewed something, or just plain enjoyed it. And I hope you stay tuned for next week's video on prime factorization. Anyways, have a wonderful day, night, or whenever you choose to watch this. Goodbye!